half hour of magic done right here in this area, and most of tonight's magic will be done with a deck of cards. Now, honestly, I'm quite flattered that they said come back for season 2. We loved your magic, so we're gonna have some good magic this season. Now, even though I've been told that people enjoy my magic, and I have found that not everyone actually fully enjoys what I do. For instance, a couple of nights ago, actually a couple weeks ago now at this point, boy, time flies in this semester, I went down into town and I saw some people, and people recognized me from this show, and they asked me to do a little bit of magic for them. And so I started out just doing my kind of thing, just doing a little bit of magic for them, things here and there. And then one of the people who was in this group asked me to do, of course, asked me to do a trick for him. I thought nothing of it, and basically this way I had it done was I just had him take any card from the deck. And now I don't have a helper with me right now, so I'll just demonstrate what he did, turning my head. He basically selected a card, and I'll show all of you this card. And again, I proceeded like I would do for any other trick, by taking the card, and I just sort of mixed it into the deck. All right. But here's where things went wrong, because as I started mixing things up, he asked to shuffle the deck himself. So I didn't see any problem with that. But the problem was the guy might have, I think, had 1 or 2 beers too many, because he took the deck, and what he did is he turned half of it face up, and then he went and he mixed. He took these 2 halves, face up and face down, and he mixed the 2 halves together. So now I had cards intermixed. Face-up cards mixed into face-down cards. For a card magician, this is practically our worst nightmare. And then after he ended up mixing the cards up like this, all sloppy, he gave the deck a little bit more cut, and he handed the deck back to me. He didn't say a word. He just had this look on his face that said, "All right, do a trick now, magic boy." Well, needless to say, I was in a bit of trouble, because now the deck was mixed up in a really nasty way. I had cards mixed face to back. I had card mixed back to face. I even had cards that were mixed back to back. Point is, the whole deck was mixed up in a very nasty manner. I was in a lot of trouble. Fortunately, they do teach us when we get into these kind of situations, never show fear. Always keep on a nice smile, like you know what the heck you're doing. Something like this. No, not really. I wasn't quite in that panic mode yet. No, all I did was keeping calm, and after a deep breath, I just kind of looked at him and said, "All right, watch." All I did was cast my hand over the top of the deck. And now, all the cards have first righted themselves, but not only on top of that, well, I guess a few things mixed up here. But he did mix it up a little bit, and my magic didn't quite always work. I assume one card was face up. The 5 of diamonds. The selection?
5 of diamonds.
All right. And I have some confirmation from me off camera. And basically, that was how I got through that night. And that pretty much taught the guy a lesson. If you're going to try and make a fool out of the magician, you're going to get made a fool out of yourself. We all want to have a good time tonight, and that's my goal for tonight as well. And we will be back for some more magic right after this.
When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Jose and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org.
The Hollywood View is back with a brand new season and a brand new look. Join me for non-stop Hollywood coverage news right here on WTOP 10 every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m.
guys. You should watch our show on WTOP.
What? You mean WTOP?
No, it's WTOP.
No, it's WTOP.
Who told you that?
Common sense?
These things we count on every day started as ideas. Ideas from the minds of African Americans. Support minority education today so we don't miss out on the next big idea tomorrow. The United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
At the table. My name is Andy Wallace, and this is a half hour full of magic done right here on this little piece of mat, and done simply with the 52 cards in a deck. Now, people have asked me, after seeing stuff like that, people ask me, wow, you must be really good at cards. And otherwise ask me, how the heck do I get into this, stuff? Well, there's two parts to magic, especially with card magic. Number one, there's always the thrill of having a card selected and trying to find it, because you only get one chance in 52 to make a first impression. But there's another part to card magic, and that's where it originated from. People know about sleight of hand, that's no big secret, and a lot of that originated from the card table, where people would use sleight of hand at that time to cheat. And so I thought that for this next bit, I would show you a demonstration of how someone might cheat at playing a game of cards. So what I've done is, here on the bottom, I've loaded 4 cards, the 4 aces. And essentially the method of cheating I'm going to show you here is bottom dealing, which is exactly what it sounds like, dealing from the bottom. Now, this is only a demonstration purpose. How you're going to see it this first time around is never how you're going to see it actually happen. So let's say we're getting into a 5-handed game of poker, because that's usually where the aces tend to be the strong. So 5 cards will be dealt out, and the 5th card, they're going to make it look like it comes off the top. It's not. It's coming off the bottom, and they'll deal themselves an ace. Again, a second round, and ace number 2 is dealt to their hand. A third round, ace number 3, and a 4th round for all 4 aces. And then, of course, they got to throw in a 5th card, and the mechanic, the guy who's controlling the deck, could either deal it off the top, or they could keep in the sequence and deal it off the bottom. We'll go bottom for this one. So either way, so that's how it looks, no matter what happens. Bottom deal, top deal. Essentially, if they're playing a game of poker, they're going to have the best hand, the 4 aces and 1 random card, which is really one of the strongest hands you can have in a game of poker. But again, this is just a demonstration. You're never going to see this happen in reality. Let me show you what it looks like if you're going to find yourselves among professional cheats. So again, we just take all the cards here. And after a quick little mix, and once again, we'll get into our game of 5-handed poker. 5 people are dealt into the game. The rhythm's smooth. You can't tell whether he's dealing the card from the top or the bottom. Don't know where he's cheating or where he's being fair. And 5 cards each. Now let's take a look at some of the other hands. Pretty much junk. Just look around here. Pretty bad hands. Now if all went well, the mechanic cheated his whole time, and we should have ended up with the 4 aces. And see, I got one of my aces. And now we have the rest of the hand, which is not an ace. However, keep in mind that the 4 aces are one of the strongest hands. They are not the strongest hand. No, if a mechanic wanted to go all the way, no holds bar, they would deal out like the king, the queen, the jack, and the 10 of spades, and they would give themselves a royal flush, thus winning the entire game. And thank you. Now, I've just done a couple of card magic things here, but I try to at least make it so that it's not an entirely card show, because as much as I love doing card tricks, do too many card tricks in a row and people start giving you giving you the dull-eyed look of, come on, is he going to do something else? And in fact, now I am going to do something else. Now the other thing I like to do besides just cards, well, involves a little item here. What I have are 2 rings, 2 brass rings, nice and solid brass rings, and a piece of metal, a brass plug, which is also solid. And the plug just goes in between the 2 rings, and everything locks in to give me this little thing. Now what is this used for? Well, again, I am doing coin magic, and normally I like to do my coin magic with large half dollars because they're bright and very visible to see, but a half dollar doesn't fit with this. Now, for this trick, I'm using a much more recognizable coin. I'm sure everybody uses these every day. I'm talking about a bunch of quarters. And to be precise, I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. Now the idea here is simple. We take 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters, load it into the top half, and all I have to do is wait a moment. Little snap helps. And one of the quarters goes through the solid piece of metal. Now that's the first one. The next 3, we have 3 more. Watch again. You guys know what to look for now. We have 1 quarter. We have 2 quarters. And we have quarter number 3. Barely even a moment. A snap of the fingers. And now we have 2 quarters gone through a solid piece of metal. All right. Now, here's the catch. The next 2 go incredibly fast. Watch how fast they go. The first one. I'm going to try and do this as slowly as I can. That's all it takes. Nothing there. 3 coins go through the little metal. Now, that of course, so let's see, that's 3 coins. The 4th and final one. Now, the 4th and final one goes a little bit differently than all the others, but it still goes almost impossible. All I do, going just that fast. And no, really. 4 coins and nothing else. Thank you. And we will be right back after this for some more magic.
The Hollywood View is back with a brand new season and a brand new look. Join me for non-stop Hollywood coverage news right here on WTOP 10 every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute. How do you know him?
Come on, Donovan, do it like I taught you. Love the new tattoo, Sarah. Let's go!
Dude, what?
Dude, that's Sarah. The girl in the pink shirt. That's the girl I was telling you about.
Oh, that's Sarah?
Theater 2 on your left. Hey, Sarah. What color underwear today?
Hey, Sarah. So when you want to post something new?
Anything you post online, anyone can see. Family, friends.
See you later, Sarah.
even not so friendly people. Think before you post.
My name is Andy Wallace, and this is a half hour full magic done right here. Just a deck of cards for most of tonight. No large boxes or bears required. Now for this next one, I do have a helper, Sunny, right?
Yes.
All right, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much.
All right, now you've been off camera for most of tonight, seeing what's going on. So now you get an actual chance to be in the moment.
Very
You ready for
excited.
this?
Very excited.
All right. You know, this is another fun trick that I like to do because it uses. It's going to sound a little weird, but what this does, this trick uses the ladies. I am talking about the ladies of the deck, the 4 queens. And we'll get back to these ladies, I should say, in just a minute. For right now, what I need you to do is I'm going to just kind of let cards fall to the table, and I want you to just say stop at some point.
Stop.
Right here?
Yep.
All right, I'll turn my head, and what I want you to do is this top card here, take a look at it, show it to the camera. I just don't want to know what it is.
All right.
Okay?
Yep.
Now, keeping it face down,
Yep.
I'll just set it right there off to the side on the mat.
Okay.
All right, right
on
there
the
is
mat
fine.
or off the mat? Okay.
Right here is fine.
Yep.
Because now, choose a color, red or black.
Red.
Red? All right. So in that case, we'll use the 2 red queens. And just to show everybody what we have here, the 2 red queens, queen of diamonds and queen of hearts. And I'll take your card. I'll turn my head to show it. Still your card, right?
Yes, that's my card.
Okay. And as you can see, it goes in between the red queens.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Pretty fair?
Yep.
Okay. We'll get back to those in just a moment. Yeah, we'll set these off to here. So now again, we have your card, we have your selection between the 2 red queens, and we'll bury everything into this packet over here. And we'll deal with that packet in just a moment. Just keep in mind of everything that's happened so far. Now, you chose the red queens, right?
Mm-hmm.
That leaves us, of course, with the 2 black queens.
Yep.
Now watch this. And that's all it takes. Your
Okay.
card now goes from between the red queens to between the black queens. And your card, it was the 6 of spades?
Wow. Yeah, that was the card.
All right. Well, I see you're mildly impressed, but I'm going to see if I can't impress you more. Not only can I make the cards go from between the red queens to the black queens, I can do it in reverse. Watch. All I do is I cover. No, really, it's gone. See? All we have, just the 2 black queens. Okay, I see you're still not that impressed. Fine, fine. I'll do it the magic way. Watch. That's all it takes. And you can see what we have here is we have the 6 of spades, and of course it's between the 2 black queens. Now, Sonny, I do have a confession to make, because even though you see your card, the 6 of spades right here, this is not real. Much like the name of the show, this is all just an illusion. I know it looks like the 6 of spades is right here, but it's not. And all I have to do, and just like that, all we have are 2 black queens, no 6 of spades in sight. Now, of course, if that was all just an illusion, and your card was never between the 2 black queens, that means that if we go over to here, where we originally had our 2 red queens, as you can see, right between the 2 red queens, there's been still just 1 card. Well, name of your card again, please?
6 of spades.
The 6 of spades, and we have the 6 of spades. Thank you, Sonny, for giving me a hand, and I hope you enjoyed being in the spotlight. And we will be back with a couple more bits of magic right after this. Thank you.
Jerry Pearson. You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montonopolis, and you are now
The Hollywood View is back with a brand new season and a brand new look. Join me for non-stop Hollywood coverage news right here on WTOP 10 every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m.
It's Talk TV.
Sarah?
Oh my gosh, he's so cute. How do you know him?
Come on, Donovan, do it like I taught you. Love the new tattoo, Sarah. Let's go!
Dude, what? Dude, that's Sarah. The girl in the pink shirt, that's the girl I was telling you about.
Oh, that's Sarah?
Theater 2 on your left. Hey, Sarah. What color underwear today?
Hey, Sarah. So when you gonna post something new?
Anything you post online, anyone can see. Family, friends,
See you later, Sarah.
even not so friendly people. Think before you post.
Welcome back to Illusions at the Table. My name is Andy Wallace, and this show is a half hour full of magic done right here at the table with no large boxes, dancing women, or large animals required. Just a deck of cards. Now, for all the fun that I'm having back here, and I'm doing all my magic stuff, what I'm actually going to school here for is as a science major. And so I'd like to use the cards here. Well, let me explain. This next trick that I'm about to do, it's probably one of my personal favorites to do because it combines both science and magic. Let's see. What I'm going to use these cards for are just actually some representation. What I have here are 8 cards. And what they are, let's see, did I do that? Let's see, I think I'm missing one. 2, 3. Yep, of course, I gotta grab one more card. Let's see, I need one more. Oh, there it is. Okay, as I was saying, uses 1, 2, 3, 4 black cards, and also uses 1, 2, 3, 4 red cards. 4 red, 4 black. Now, what these are going to represent are oil and water. Now, I'm sure that, as everyone learns in middle school or high school, that oil and water just don't mix. This is my demonstration. So let's see, 3, 4. We'll set the water over here for now. I still have the oil cards. And watch. We start out with the water. Oil. Water. Oil. Water. Oil. Let's see, and that leaves water. Oil. That's about as fair as I can make it. And yet, just in science, you just wait a moment. And the oil rises right to the top of the water. Now, to be fair, that wasn't exactly fair because I did that face down. Maybe I did something a little sneaky. So, to eliminate that, I'm actually going to mix these cards face up this time. So again, I have my water cards over here. I do this as fair as I can. An oil card in between each water. All right, oil and water mixed. And yet, what I do, you just give it a brief moment. And once again, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. The oil comes right back to the top. And of course over here, the water as well. Now what I've shown you is just science. Oil and water, they don't mix. This is the magic part. All I do, oil, water. I mix the two together. Add a little magic. And now, water, oil, water, oil, water, oil, water, and oil. And that is magic. Right. And thank you for this. And we'll be back for one last effect.
Everyone has friends. There's online friends. Friends to go out with on a Saturday night. Friends to hang out with and do nothing. Friends who show up on moving day. And then there are the friends who'll be there if someone is dealing with a mental illness. Are you one of those friends?
I'm lucky. Let me help you with that. I get to do something I love. It has nothing to do with touchdowns or titles. Everybody bring it in. I get to play a part in the life of someone just starting out. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Welcome back to Illusions at the Table. My name is Andy Wallace, and this is a show all about magic done right here at the tabletop. Now, tonight's been a lot of card magic, and actually I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. And normally I do a little trick here, but my time has grown short rather unfortunately. I sometimes lose track of magic. And if this were, and I'm kind of constrained with a few things here and there, but I promise you, next week I'll have even greater magic, and for anyone who wants to follow me, I have it on Twitter. I have a Twitter account. It's the little thing, illusions_table. Follow that, and I will keep things up to date with how my magic stuff is coming along. And prepare, not next week, but in 2 weeks, to tune in at 10:30. Tune in. Yeah, you're already tuned in here. Tune in at 10:30 in 2 weeks, and you'll see even greater magic. And I'd like to thank you all once again for tuning in. See you in 2 weeks. Thank you.